To all the movie producers, India and abroad. Stories readily available both in English and Telugu languages for making medium budget and big budget movies. Good stories novels, few with dialogues and screenplay, all published books, are readily available for feature films and web series, television serials, short films making purposes. The list of such stories are as follows. 1. Lady Police English. 2. The True Hero English. 3. The Crazy Beggars English. 4. The Bank Thief English. 5. The Doctor and Ghosts English. 6. Children's Stories in English. 7. Many Short Stories in English. 1. Blamer Telugu. 2. Rani Ips Telugu. 3. Minister Prem Telugu. 4. Veer Vishal Telugu. 5. Malabada Telugu. 6. Dela Gola Telugu. 7. Mohini Horror Story in Telugu. 8. Many Short Stories in Telugu. 9. Songs in Telugu. 10. Songs in English. 11. Children's Stories in Telugu. Now coming to the brief synopsis for the stories in English are as follows. 1. Lady Police English. It's a lady police officer daring story and is a motivation story to all youth in the world. The highlight of the story is sincerity, dedication, and honesty, which can make this story a successful movie. Only Indian producers can make this feature film because the story is related to Indian environment. 2. The True Hero English. This is the battle war at the planet between the evil King Kong Raj and the true hero Vishal. This is a fiction and paranormal story. The young hero with his organized army in the planet destroys evil Raj from a cruel king, eliminates all evil things like Bing Thing, and makes the planet a very peaceful one with the support and help of the sun god and the queen at the queen's heaven. Ultimately, that peaceful planet will become under the control of the Rakshas, Maharshas, and Sadhus who rule that peaceful planet, and people live happily with the blessings of the Almighty. This is a good story which would like by all age people including children. All war sense like sword fighting, dagger fighting, arrow fighting, illusion, Maya, Yadu fightings could be seen in this story. This is a copyright story. The evil king dies in the battle. The young hero also dies in the battle war. This story could be made as a Hollywood-type feature film. The budget for this movie making could be above average. Indian producers or foreign producers can make this feature film. 3. The Crazy Beggars English. This is a musical melody story attached with Pankatantra stories, which will impress all age group people including musical lovers and children who are fond of hearing the great Pankatantra stories. It's a motivational musical story with a theme-based love story too. This has got 25 scenes and screenplay with dialogues too. This story could be made with medium budget which can love all the people in this globe. This is a published story and copyrighted story. This story could well be made in the United Kingdom or London. Also could be modified this story to suit to Indian environment too if producers are interested in this story. 4. The Bank Thief English. A crime, fraud, and a forgery by a bank employee. He makes money in a fraudulent manner. Enjoys well. His family gets ruined. He has a second set up. He lands in problem. Bank auditors notice this fraud and shortfall of money. Files a police case. Case in the court of law. Finally, the court acquits the employee of not guilty. By that time, the employee family is not seen anywhere. Family gets ruined. Husband's bad habits make the family surname get spoiled in the social circles. This story has full 50 screenplays with dialogues and total story too. This is a published story and copyrighted story. This story could well be made as a feature film, family, fraud, and crime in a medium budget. This story is meant for Indian environment, and producers of India could well utilize this story to make as a feature film. 5. The Doctor and Ghosts, English. It's a scientific and horror story meant for movie making purpose. Medium budget story for horror movie making. The story of hero Vishal starts from his childhood and he becomes physician, send a doctor in a family. Other ingredients like scientific, horror, thriller, death, rebirth, ghosts, agorist, and some sorts of entertainment from ghosts. As all ghosts play a vital role in this story. Ghosts world scenes also written in this story. 6 children's stories in English. Many children's stories, animal stories are readily available with dialogues. Any producer can make video or can induct these stories into any of their feature films. Copyright protected stories. These include Panchatantra stories too. Around 30 plus English stories are readily available, including 1,000 proverbs. There are many other short stories too in English, which could also be utilized in any feature films. Now coming to stories in Telugu, the following are the brief synopsis. 1. Blamer Telugu. These are the combination of good number of Telugu stories, which can be made as feature films too. These are theme-based stories, copyrighted stories, published stories. Turani Ips Telugu. This is a family and crime investigation story. Young woman police officer works sincerely and arrests all the money laundering fellows, bank loan defaulter, arrests tax evaders, controls illicit liquor mafia, black marketers, etc. This is a motivational story and could well be made as a feature film with medium budget. This story suits to Indian environment. Producers interested in this Telugu story to please contact immediately. This is a published story and copyrighted story. 3 Minister Prem, Telugu. A cab driver becomes a chief minister by virtue of his good deeds. Though this cab driver suffers and confronts many obstacles and bottlenecks, he returns back to India and develops his personality cult. Thereby one day, due to his hard work and sheer good luck, he becomes chief minister. He gets kidnapped once and safely gets released from the clutches of terrorists through an amicable settlement and understanding. This story is the latest one in Telugu. Producers interested in this story to please contact immediately. This is a copyrighted story. This story suits to the Indian environment. For Veer Vishal, Telugu. It's a scientific and horror story meant for movie making purpose. Medium budget story for horror movie making. The story of hero Vishal starts from his childhood and he becomes physician, send a doctor in a family. Other ingredients like scientific, horror, thriller, death, rebirth, ghosts, agorist, and some sorts of entertainment from ghosts. As all ghosts play a vital role in this story. Ghosts world scenes also written in this story. Producers who are interested in this story to please contact immediately. This is an Indian environment story. Copyrighted story. 5. Malabada Telugu. This story is a women-oriented story. Husband, in spite of having good and beautiful wife with 2 children, the husband enters into an illicit relationship with a married woman having 2 children. Husband, bad habits makes him land in jail. He loses his job and returns back to his family after suffering all types of losses and health. He opens a small kirana shop to lead his life. This story is good twists, including crime and police cases. This story is meant for feature film making and suits to Indian environment. 5 Mohini, horror story in Telugu. This story is a purely horror one. A good meaningful story and a real story that occurred 70 years ago. A real story. Producers interested in this horror story, please contact immediately. This story suits to Indian environment. There are 650 plus songs English and 70 songs in Telugu language are written, published, and are available use and utility in movies. There are many other children's stories, animal stories for kids, and bedtime stories too available. 1,000 proverbs in English and 1,000 proverbs in Telugu too are written and available. Dr. Mantri Pragada Markandeyulu Litt.D. Novelist, story and songwriter. Clues 91 to 9,951,038,802. Clues 91 to 8,186,945,103. Email workdill@mail.com. Hyderabad, India.